Yeah, okay. I was like, weren't we just here? Yeah, because this is where Honey's other story was. Okay, here we go. The story so far. In Quarry Crest, Cyrus used his powers of deduction to get to the bottom of a series of kidnappings perpetrated by the depraved scholar Gideon, who was harvesting the villagers' blood for his dark research. It was in Gideon's sickening laboratory that Cyrus discovered it. A translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Though the history of the dark arts intrigued him, he could not sit idly by while his peers used the knowledge for evil. And so Cyrus came to Stoneguard, where the tome was bound. Would he find answers here, or only more dreadful questions? A Stoneguard at last! A sprawling city if I ever saw one. Talk about searching for a needle in a haystack.
Now then.
First, I should review where we stand. Like as not, the translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell was produced by a bookmaker in this town. But where to begin my search? Logically speaking, it would make the most sense to begin at the source. Which means head straight for that building. The bindery, of course. Where else? Who's there?
Very well.
Let the investigation begin. I'm being followed. Is it Russell? Russell did it. Scrutinize people at the bindery for information on the book. Give him the old steal and scrutinize. Back to back. I take your grapes, and I look you in the face. Testimony. I sold a book of my making to Dominic, a translator. His home lies on the east side of town. Most intriguing. Well now, it seems I owe this Dominic fellow a visit. I should be able to find him in the workshop just east of here. Alright, Dominic, we're coming for you. After I, inquire this fellow. He once had his entire fortune stolen by a woman he courted and has been wary of the fairer sex ever since, going so far as to hide his money and possessions in various secret caches. Unfortunately, he cannot recall the precise locations of them all. Would it be where one of the hidden items is? Give me money. Just, right outside the bar. I found one, but it's mine now, so sorry, bud. Tough luck. Well, on we go. No. Just give you, thank you for that. No, okay.
Excuse me.
Beg pardon, is this the residence of...
My apologies.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not in the mood for company.
A moment.
If you could just spare a moment, kind sir, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Be gone with you.
I said I wish to see no one. Leave me at once. Okay. Seems like a stubborn one. I'll have to find another way. Well, there's plenty of windows. Pray forgive the intrusion. A good day to you, sir. It might behoove me to find out a bit more about our friend Dominic. Is he a donkey? Is he stuck in there? No. Travel banter.
Well.
So you were refused. Indeed, it would appear we have no one to rely upon but ourselves. This Dominic fellow, stubborn coot, wouldn't you say? Type regrettably common in the world of philosophy and science. So you're going to find out more about him? Certainly. If I can do that, I might find a means by which I can make him listen to me. Shall start by talking to his colleagues and other associates. Good luck. Those bookish types are battier than the carrion caves. Myself included. No comment. Let's see now. That Dominic went and shut himself off from the world after his only daughter succumbed to sickness 15 years ago. 15 years ago, eh? Suspicious. Let me just take the shield and talk to you. Let's see. Dominic had a translation commission he thought would earn him a fortune. Still a ruse the day he said yes to it, poor lad. Oh. Let's see. Sold some medicine to Dominic about 15 years ago, I think. Was in a spot of bother, as I recall, financially speaking, so I gave him a discount.
Very well.
And that should do it. I dare say Dominic will be more talkative this time. Excuse me, sir, I hear you lost your daughter. Like, yeah, I'm really not opening this door now. Unless he wants to open the door to beat us up. That would do it, too. All these last-minute items I couldn't get the first time. Because my level wasn't as good. Just, get these. Of course, now it's probably all useless. It's still for Dibdabado. Can't get that. Fine then. Is there anything in the store? Oh, there's people in front of the door. Actually, do I have any info to help you, sir? The info is don't let a thief stand next to you. That's the intel. Rock cleaver's not any good. I remember that. So we found one in the woods. It's not any good. Oh, this guy. What does he say?
Hello.
No, something about paintings and there's fetches an exorbitant price. No, it was no, someone was like, I don't know if he was looking for someone to only paint landscapes or that he was upset that he only paints landscapes or something like that. Alright, we gotta go bother the poor man who's grieving. Alright, here we go. We're the town nuisance. Are we Gandalf?
Excuse me.
Beg pardon, Master Dominic. I am Cyrus, the scholar who called upon you earlier. Like 2 minutes ago. You again. I already told you. I do not want to see you. 15 years ago, who did Dominic lose to his sickness? His daughter. What task did Dominic take on to pay his debts? Translating a book.
But of course.
Yes, if my reasoning is correct, that is undoubtedly why Dominic had cut off all contact with the outside world. I do not mean to open old wounds, friend. But I have heard that you lost your dear daughter to illness some 15 years ago.
Thusly.
Since then, you have secluded yourself and cut off all contact with the outside world. When talking to someone through a door, don't move away from the door. It's hard for them to hear you. In order to procure the elixirs that might save your daughter, you need coin. You need coin quickly and in large quantities. And so you accepted an unusual task.
Yes.
To it, producing a translation from... a translation of Far from the Reaches of Hell. Who told you this? My brain.
Now then.
The book that you translated is now in my possession. Clearly, you are a scholar of great knowledge and wisdom. You took care to omit the most horrific passages, doubtless because you recognized the danger they posed. As an academic, I will not stand idly by as knowledge is used for the purpose of evil. And so I ask you, who commissioned this translation from you? Come inside.
Many thanks.
Thank you, friend.
Listen.
But where should I even begin?
In truth,
15 years ago, a man came here with a request he said was of dire import. Strangely, I cannot recall his name. He was a scholar, and from his words, one could tell his mind was as sharp as a blade. But what I remember more than anything were his eyes, which burned blood red with a zeal for knowledge that bordered on obsession. Oh my gosh, it's the principal! He is evil! Headmaster, principal, whatever.
what in the...
Red eyes. Could it be... No, perish the thought.
After that,
They say in recent years he accepted a prestigious position at the Royal Academy in Atlasdam.
it couldn't be...
Good gods, Headmaster Jan. Jan?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
It's all coming back to me now. Yvonne was his name.
Oh,
Yvonne, man.
in truth,
Came to me a mighty and venerable tome in hand. That tome was from the far reaches of hell. I did not have to think twice.
is that so?
Knowing full well the danger posed by the forbidden knowledge within?
Yes.
Yes, I was not blind to the risk. And yet, what choice did I have? The medicines my daughter required cost a veritable fortune, and I am but a humble scholar. So you followed Vaughn's instructions to the letter. Saying his name wrong?
Yes.
Yes, I translated that dreadful tome. All the while feeling from my life what horrors might come to pass if the knowledge fell into the wrong hands. In the end, even the rarest of elixirs could not save my poor girl. Looking back, I believe this was divine punishment for my sins. And Master Vaughn, whatever was that man thinking? You say the book is in your possession. I beg of you, promise me.
Leave it to me.
I will see that it is never again used to bring pain and suffering. You have my word. I can trust you. You have blue eyes. There's no evil people with blue eyes. The pain and guilt you bear is surely beyond my understanding, but I hope this will bring you even a small measure of solace. Rest your head easy, friend, as best you can. Even your heart, actually, not your head.
You have my thanks.
Cyrus, was it? You have my thanks. Hoodie guy. Organization 13.
Come now.
Well, are you going to keep hiding in the shadows, or shall we end this charade? So you were wise to my presence. It's the assistant!
Just so.
I knew I was being followed, yes. Oh my gosh! Fancy meeting you outside the academy. You are the headmaster's assistant, Miss...
Call me Lucia.
Greetings.
A pleasure. And why have you followed me here, Miss Lucia?
I apologize.
Give me, Professor Albright, I meant no offense. I overheard that you were investigating the whereabouts of a certain tome. A tome by the name of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Is this correct? And what if it is?
In truth,
What I am about to say, I ask that you keep in the utmost confidence. I have reason to believe Headmaster Vjan is plotting something unsavory involving the selfsame tome.
Why?
So the thief who stole the book from the archives was...
yes.
the headmaster himself. Of this I am all but certain. The headmaster's assistant I may be, but first and foremost I am a scholar in my own right. I will not stand to see my profession's good name solely by those who would use knowledge in the name of evil. This is why
Indeed.
I came here seeking my aid.
Correct.
Yes, my intuition as an academic tells me you are a man to be trusted. As you may be aware, Headmaster Vaughn hails from Stoneguard himself.
Yes.
I was planning to investigate that very matter after I was done here. The house in which he was born still stands. Yet there are ominous rumors about the place. I have ascertained its location, but I am hesitant to investigate further on my own. And so I ask, Professor Albright, pray lend me your aid.
I see.
Before I promise anything, I would see the house with my own eyes.
Correct.
I understand completely. You'll find it on the north side of town. I was like, it's that one? I was just in that one. Oh. Upstairs.
Shall we begin?
Very well. Let us play it a visit straight away. As for whether or not I can cooperate, I will give you my answer there. Is this acceptable?
Thank you.
But of course. Thank you, Professor. I will go on ahead and meet you there.